What is it about bad pensions? Why do people keep with them? They're in your pension fund, they're performing poorly. Why do people stick with it? So we found some research on this, and I've written about this in my Financial Times columns previously, but I've updated some of the research to look at it now and find what the key reasons are according to academics. Well, one of them is, of course, the brand name and the marketing that the big funds do. It's built to create a degree of trust. And so you trust them, even if they're underperforming. You put trust before performance because you ask yourself, well, surely they must know what they're doing. They're the experts. They've got all this marketing. They're a big firm. They must be good, even though the numbers in your statement contradict that. And that's a major problem. I feel some other reasons backed by academic data and research on what those reasons are. So brand, basically, the reason brands exist is to say to you, you don't need to do due diligence. We're a big brand. You don't need to read the ingredients. We're Coca-Cola. How could we possibly be bad for you? We're McDonald's. We're a big brand. You can rest assured in the contents of our food. Similarly, we're a big pension fund name. You see our names everywhere. You don't need to due diligence our performance, and should it be a little bit off, we can explain that away to you. So that's essentially what happens. Put another way, brand strength signals competence and stability. And of course, the performance doesn't back that up, but the branding and the marketing continues. It continues selling to you. Investors exhibit something that I've put here called authority bias. We have a cognitive bias towards expertise and what might be considered authority. So you read the credentials of the individuals who are the fund managers, 17 years in the industry or combined 50 years in the industry, went to the right universities, got their MBAs, got their CFAs. And of course, what you don't realize is none of that is delivering you performance, and that becomes the major problem. Psychologically, this can be framed as empirical performance is poor, but you feel you're with a safe haven. That is, again, the problem. Now, I've put all the research on my blog, but just to go through some of it, marketing visibility and media mentions strongly correlate with fund inflows. People will give their money to those funds that advertise the most, not the ones that have performed the best.